Have you ever wondered how it's to live with a Ford F-150 Raptor in a daily basis? Welcome to Side Roads Auto. I'm Carlos, and we are about to find out. Yes, you can live with an F-150 Raptor in a daily basis, at least from the inside perspective. So the materials are soft in most part. The support points are good too. There are some hard plastic here. This is based on an F-150, which they have been improving year over year over year. So this is a pretty comfortable and nice place to be. So the Raptor part only give you more stuff. So the steering wheel is wrapped in leather and it comes heated. The front windows are one touch down, only down. The seats I find really comfortable. They come in leather with contrast stitching and a little bit of suede here, Alcantara, so they are nicely designed. We have the Raptor logo here. Also in the seats are ventilated and heated for the Raptor. Really nice. We have a 12 inches completely digital gauge cluster, and you can configure that the way that it shows information to you. The center information you can also change depending, and have a lot of different cool specific Raptor things, like the way that the angles are on the car and things like that. Really cool. And I've said this before in my 4 videos, the graphics are so cool in the Raptor. And then we have another 12 inches infotainment screen here. It's huge, it's in the center. You have easy access to it. The apps are, the icon are big enough to use. It's pretty responsive, and you can split the screen here for extra information, and you can select what to see there too. That is cool. It is also cool that when you have it with Apple CarPlay, which you have here on Android Auto wireless, it only takes a portion of the screen, so you can still access the 4 stuff there. For example, I use the maps a lot, and then I can still see what is playing in the radio or whatever. That it is pretty cool. We have here a volume knob and a tune knob and the camera button and some stuff that you can use and control the infotainment screen. And you also have regular physical air conditioning controls here, which I appreciate, and I like the feeling of them too. We have a control here for the drive mode, and you have 2 high, 4 automatic, 4 high and 4 low. Of course, this is an all-wheel drive vehicle. That is cool. We have a wireless charger here for your phone, 2 cup holder, an extra cubby here for your phone or something like that, and a regular shifter that, by the way, you can put away here, because the Raptor comes with this function. Then you can open the center console, and this becomes like a table in case you need to work or something like that. That is pretty cool. The center console is massive, of course. This is a huge car, and we have a tray here, so that is pretty cool. The glove box is pretty small considering the size of the car, but you have an extra space here that will make up for it, and I like this. I also like this trim here and this other trim, and the wrapped in softer plastic dashboard. That is pretty cool. And we have a panoramic sunroof here. So a few cool things here. You can change your exhaust mode based on quiet, normal, sport, or Baja, which is a Raptor, what the Raptor is designed for. And you can also change your steering wheel from normal, comfort, and sport. And you can also change your dampers from normal, sport, and off-road. Those are pretty cool. The damping on the Raptor is special because it has a lot of travel for being a Raptor and supposed to be a desert Baja type vehicle. This is again based on the F-150, so you can live with this no problem. You have extra amenities and extra cool stuff for being a Raptor, so the best of all the worlds, I would say. pretty comfortable to live with. I fit behind myself. Based on my driving position, there is plenty of space for my knees. This is a wide car, so it's pretty comfortable for 3 people, I would say. The seats are also comfortable. There is an armrest there with 2 cup holders, another 2 cup holders here, air vents, and the seats are heated. Well, the bed is an F-150 bed, so you can select the size and, use it as a pickup truck, and the functionality of that. This is very nice. The Ford F-150 Raptor comes with a 3.5-liter V6 EcoBoost engine that produces 450 horsepower and 510 pound-feet of torque. The engine is paired to a 10-speed automatic transmission. Of course, the Raptor comes 4x4 capable, and it has a special suspension setup. Fuel economy for the Ford F-150 Raptor is 16.6 liters per 100 kilometers city and 13.1 liters per 100 kilometers highway, which is 14 mpg city and 18 mpg highway. On the safety side, the F-150 Raptor comes with all the modern safety and driver assistance features that you should expect at this price point. Price for the Raptor starts in Canada around the 112,000 Canadian dollars. In the US, the price of the Raptor starts around 79,000 US dollars. All those prices are without options or packages. The Raptor competes in the 4x4 Extreme pickup truck segment against vehicles like the Chevrolet Silverado ZR2, the GMC Sierra 84X, and the Ram 1500 SHO. And as you can see, they are very competitive. So if the price and how the Raptor is sitting in the market is good for you, let's see how it drives. Well, the F-150 Raptor is perfectly fine as a daily driver, except for the size maybe, but other than that, it's super comfortable. Starting with the suspension, because it has this sport tune damping system that you can also configure here, which is designed because the Raptor is supposed to be for deserts and dunes and stuff like that. So it makes it even more comfortable. I haven't driven an F-150 regular, but I'm telling you, this is very, very comfortable, especially in the highway. And the most important part, it doesn't feel overly floaty. Somehow, and to a certain level, it feels planted. So I like that. It has been very easy to drive, to be honest. Surprisingly easy. So that's good. I was a little bit overwhelmed by it when I knew I was going to get this car. I was worried about the size. To be honest, I got used to much faster than what I was expecting. So really nice. It's fairly insulated, the cabin too, so that is cool. And the exhaust you can configure between quiet and normal and sport and Baja, I believe, so that makes the car, noisy or quiet depending on what you like. I like the quiet one, especially while driving around the house and leaving the house, so I don't bother the neighbors. The exhaust have a tone there. It makes it, maybe a little bit fake. Maybe some fake comes in, but it's part of the personality and the intention of this vehicle. So I don't care. I think that is cool or whatever. And remember, please, I'm doing this review based on a daily driving, daily living with an F-150 Raptor. I don't have the tools, the experience, or the space to do any extra testing or what this car was intended for. But instead, what we are having this conversation about is, can you have an F-150 Raptor and because of all the added advantages and particular things that was designed for,
will that stop you being able to live with her? And I think it's fine. I think anyone can live with the Raptor, and it will be pretty proud to see it each single morning in the driveway, because these things looks amazing. I love it. I think the one reason why I will lean towards this, if I ever get a pickup truck, I'm not a pickup truck person, will be the looks. It is really cool looking. So the steering also have normal and sport and what is it? Normal, comfort, and sport settings. I always have it in normal. It's a little bit heavy. It's not uncomfortable, but it's not the softer. But you have a soft one here, so it's cool. I like it, and it doesn't. It feels planted. It's always on center there. It always react to what I tell them to do. Again, it's adding to this feeling planted sensation that I'm getting for the Raptor, which I'm also surprised by and pleased by. I really like that part too. The brakes, they feel powerful enough to stop the car. They are normal. Yeah, they react quick. The pedal is fine. I like the brakes too. Visibility is also great. It's a huge car. The windshield is massive. These windows are massive, and because of this design here, also to access the mirrors, it feels airy and big. It also feels like you are going to fall off the car. The back window is huge. The side windows are huge. Visibility is great in this car. And the mirrors are massive, obviously, which, typical for pickup trucks, I think. And the location is really nice too. You see everything. I can park this car only with the mirrors, and I like that very much. And I have been able to park this car and do everything I want with this car with no issues, which I think it wasn't going to be the case. So that's a good surprise there too. The sound system is amazing, which also makes it to live with it with a little bit more enjoyable. The suspension, though, is what it makes a car really, really comfortable. This is such a cool product, and I've said this before in my videos. From Ford products, they don't have a huge lineup, but they make sure that their products are unique and especially cool. I love that. Like, I'm in love with this car like I never saw I would. I find that super cool. I want one. I will never get one, but it makes you want it, and I think that is special. The engine is a V6 EcoBoost with a high output, which makes 450 horsepower and 510 pound-feet of torque. That is plenty. For this size, it seems competitive with the market, so it's good. You can get a Raptor X, if I'm not mistaken, and that has a lot more power, so that will be extreme in my opinion, but hey, good that Ford offers you that. It has that option, and the Ram TRX is coming back, so they need that level of power and extreme, offerings, so they can stay relevant in this crazy, ultra capable pickup market. That is good. Now, I find is heavy to react. I don't know if it's the 10-speed automatic, which in general has been doing a pretty good job, but it feels heavy, the acceleration and the power and all that. I think it may be part of how pickup trucks are supposed to be. Again, I'm not a consumer of this type of vehicle, but it's cool, but at the same time, I'm not understanding why it will feel like that, and I'm always stressed about fuel economy. So again, not for me, but I do think that the whole experience is really cool. I love what Ford have done. I love the exterior, everything. Like, you can totally live with a Ford F-150 Raptor, no issues. If I can live with it, anybody can.